Hey everyone, I'm Lauren Stone with Toy Wizards, that's toy-wizards.com, and I'm back for another spontaneous toy review. And today's item we are checking out are two brand new original action figures from Creative Comic and Collectibles. So big thank you to Creative Comic and Collectibles for kicking us down with these awesome new action figures for us to look at and check out and review together. So this is really exciting. I love indie toy companies, and I'm always very, very excited when independent toy makers take that leap and try something new, make a brand new toy, something we've never seen before, and that's what we have going on today. We will be looking at Cassie from Hack Slash, written by Tim Seeley, and the Blue Beetle, Golden Age comic book character written by freaking everybody. So Creative Comics and Collectibles originally came under my radar because they had a crowdfunding effort, a Kickstarter campaign, for a toy line called Vikings and Barbarians. Two things I hold dear to my heart. Valhalla! So that totally hits my sensibilities. So I really enjoy Vikings, heroes, glory, that kind of imagery and stuff like that. It excites me. Because these are independent toys, I was really curious to know more details about them, which is why we have an entire corresponding article on toy-wizards.com to learn more about these toys. I was fascinated by the process and how does somebody start up a company and decide they're going to make toys. The owner of the company, Braxton, got a license. He designed these toys, was involved at every step along the way, the molds, the production, the paint, the boxes. So just that kind of singular experience really fascinated me. I asked some questions, we have our answers, and so we're going to take a look at these toys, because one thing I've not done with them yet is open them up and touch them. These toys are also available at Big Bad Toy Store, running about $22.99, and there's also some of the Vikings and Barbarians available for pre-order now, which I just think is so cool. Again, independent toy companies coming up. Let's take a look at Cassie first. Starting with the box before we go to the toy itself, I do have to say, with full respect but honest criticism, that this just doesn't look like something you would see on like a Target shelf. The proportions of the text, everything is a little bit skewed. I really think that another pass from a graphic designer would have been beneficial. I can imagine seeing these on a comic book toy shelf. I've definitely seen them at conventions, but to have aspirations, I guess, and I don't mean this with any criticism, I'm not trying to be rude, I think this whole process start to finish is honestly look what one person or a small team of people did. You know what I mean? Like, this is cool. But I'm just saying, if you really want to have your thing kind of pop in a larger retail store, I just think that the box art needs work. So that's my honest opinion there. Opens very easily though. And the packaging itself is honestly very nice. Everything's in here nicely, nice and clean. I am very eager to touch this figure. She comes with 2 extra sets of hands, so 3 pairs of hands total, and a bat, which, for me, in my head, I'm like, oh, it's a Negan bat, but I'm sure it came in the comic, the Tim Seeley comic. Let's get some first thoughts. I was very curious about the articulation. I always am. So I want to know what these feel like. So far, truthfully, this is feeling pretty good, man. This is legit. There's really good articulation, all the way down to the feet. There's those ankle balls. We have it in the knees. In the thigh, we kind of have that kind of rib cage articulation, I'll call it, or everything moves around. Head moves. We have some articulation in the neck as well. Elbows and wrists. So each of these hands have their own articulation in the wrist. That's crazy, dude. That is nuts. Very, very intricate in a lot of places. You know what's interesting here? Alright, so the bat is extremely detailed with the paint. That is so cool. There's a lot of paint and color variation on the bat there, And I actually told Draxton this after I received the toys. I hadn't even opened them yet, and I was like, her socks are way more painted and detailed than they deserve to be. And that's good. That's a good thing. Like, I'm not criticizing here, but like, wow, I cannot believe the detail on her socks. Like, she has the whole kind of like brown auburn brick happening there. And then we have all of these details with the X's and all of the sock patterns and the diamonds and the variation of colors. Like, these socks are like, these are real. That's so cool. The paint on her fishnet tank top is super detailed too. That is also crazy. But on the flip side, where I'm craving more paint is on the belt, on her skirt. I'm craving silver. And in her face, she has these blue eyes, and I'm really, really, really craving some more blush or something going on with her face. I also think a little bit of paint in the hair would have been amazing. You know, I don't know what it costs to produce these toys. There was a limited run, Draxton told me, of 5,000. And even for a small indie run, I feel like that's pretty big. That's a pretty big run for an independent toy. There are, you know, convention toys that don't hit those numbers from huge corporations. I mean, that's just, toy run numbers have shrunken over the years. It kind of sucks. But at 5,000, this is that's a solid run for an indie toy. So that is very cool. Unfortunately, I don't know if this is all of the toys or if this one is, if it's just mine, but there is some flesh tone variations on her chest versus where it connects on the shoulders and her face. So we have this kind of yellow cream color on her skin and on her shoulders, like her arms. And then we have this more like eggshell white, like vanilla pudding color on her collarbone leading into the shoulders. So again, I'm not trying to like rip anything apart here, but I am just saying that when you see those variations, which I was told can be a reaction of the plastics from the factory, whatever the reason is, I'm pointing it out because it's jarring, let's be honest. When you see color variations like that in toys, it stands out to you because most big retail box names, that doesn't happen. But what I do like here, look, I really like the ripples in the gloves. I think that bending of the fabric, I'm always talking about how fabric falls, is super, super cool. Awesome detail. Anytime a toy maker can make plastic bunch like fabric, like I'm a fan, you have me. So this is overall a cool figure, and it moves. She moves a lot more kind of seamlessly than I thought she was going to. So well done on Ms. Cassie. Gratuitous pussy bat. What's happening here? Alright, Blue Beetle, you're up next. I gotta say, there was a lot of like hand-taped tape on the back of mine. That's... How come his legs aren't spread open? What? No bat, just grazing his cooch. Right, Mr. Blue Beetle. Yowza, he's got a lot of hands. So he has 3 extra sets, so he has 4 pairs of hands. Youch. Talk about a hand. I remember being told that the blue paint on this toy had gone through an extra wash process to ensure that it remained one singular color and that we didn't have the variations in the plastic like we have with Cassie. I would also like to see some more paint on these hands for a little bit of contour shadowing, a little shading. But I'll say this, that this toy in my hand feels solid. I actually will never change his hands because this set of hands has 2 guns. And that looks cool. This character was created in 1939, so I definitely like the bang, bang, bang kind of, you know, pulpy feel of him. Fans will know that he has sort of that Batman vigilante background. Great. Honestly, really nice articulation. You guys nailed it with that. I'm just kind of finding it a little monotoned here. There's a lot of just that blue happening. I do like the yellow on the hands, and I do like the paint on the guns. It is sort of that blue silver as well. So this is a cool character, and I like the scale. He would blend right in with your other characters. Like, I think this one for me is more of the winner, although again, I would like more of that shading. I want some pop to bring it to life. I think we need another airbrushing. So it's just the paint, but again, the articulation's really good. The head moves, arm joints, shoulders, elbows, nothing is stuck or funny. We have the feet. It's inspired, you know, by Marvel Legends. Like, this feels like a Marvel Legends, and to be an independent toy company and be able to kind of nail that, I think is admirable. I do. I think it's admirable. One thing I'll say though, when I was asking questions about the toys, both Cassie and the Blue Beetle, and I had pointed out some things, you know, in advance to the company owner, I didn't want them to be surprised in my review. I pointed some things out, and they had kind of said, you know, these are things that we notice as well that we want to fix in the future. But my question, and if I sound naive, I apologize, is you've made the product, it's coming out, it's on shelves, it's available for sale. When are you able to fix it? What's the opportunity to fix it? So these are just the runs made. The toy is made, and they're nice. These are perfectly good toys. You know, 3.5 out of 5. These are nice. It's really the packaging, I think, that's preventing them for me from having that higher grade. Even the paint we can forgive. I've seen toys from huge rich corporations that have just kind of flat paint. I'm not, you know, or maybe they meant with future toys and I misunderstood. So grateful for the opportunity to review any toy, especially samples from a small independent company. I'm, you know, so grateful to be considered. I think that these are nice. I think that the story behind them is so special. Just, you know, small independent company ran by people who love toys, who collect, who wanted to take their own shot at getting something on the shelf. So, you know, I'm always saying you got to jump. So you have to commend the people brave enough to jump. And that's you know, awesome, stunning example of what we have going on here. So big congratulations to Creative Comics and Collectibles. You've made a really cool product. That's all I have for you guys today. I'm Lauren Stone with Toy Wizards. That's toy-wizards.com. Stick with us daily for toy news, reviews, articles, listicles, snarkticles, editorials, opinion pieces. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we have all new original sketch comedy based on the wonderful world of toy collecting and toy reviewing. So please make sure you stick with us because we have a lot of fun coming up. All right, you guys, be good, be safe, have fun, collect, and I will catch you soon. Bye!